I was tired of fighting, tired of hurting, tired of the regrets that could never be changed, and the guilt that never released me. I didn't want this life. There were only so many times I could be told I should never have been born until I wished it to be true. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, suicide, cutting, depression, eating disorders. They're all things that happen when your soul hurts and there's no help to get. But people brush it off into, it's just a phase, they'll get over it, they would never actually do it. Staff do not provide explicit and proper help for the students in need. $150,000 suicide attempts in teenagers, only in Canada, every single year. 242,000 cases of depression. That's 11% of the whole population of teenagers. Out of all of us, that means 11 people today are hurting every single day. 49% of those people never get help. You may say it's easy, just go talk to someone, a family member, a friend, or even a teacher. You see, when you're hurting, it's not as easy and you can't see the options there are. You're drowning in your own dark thoughts and nobody is pulling you up to the surface. Which leads me to my point about schools. Be honest with yourself right now, who here has stopped in the hallways or in the bathroom to read the posters about suicide? Who here knows the number of suicide help hotline? I know the number is very small. Because when you're hurting, you don't want people to know you're hurting and you don't want to stop in the hallway, take down your phone to call someone and for everybody to pity you. Now you could tell me that there is guidance. You see, guidance is helpful for day-to-day problems, but isn't as helpful in larger crises. You see, recently, there's something that happened to one of my friends who was abusing drugs, and he told me he never wanted to wake up. You see, the thing is, I'm only a teenager and I can't be responsible for the life of somebody else. He didn't want to go talk to anybody else than me because he said nobody cared enough. So I had to take it upon myself to go see someone and go tell guidance. And guidance said they would take care of it. And I'm not saying they don't do anything, but they sure as hell didn't do enough. They told him, if ever you need to talk, come see us. See, thing is, he didn't want to talk in the first place, and I had to be the one to force him to talk. You see, clearly schools need to change their way of dealing with problems like these because it isn't just a phase. It's something that someone is dealing with and is struggling with and is living their own nightmares every day. Next, schools say there is a zero-tolerance policy on bullying. See, thing is, as harsh as it will sound, it's not true. You see, Simon Dufour, a young teenage boy, threw himself in front of a train because he was being bullied almost every single day. And the school knew about it because his parents called on multiple occasions. They said, please do something. My son is being bullied and he has suicidal thoughts. They said, don't worry, sir, we'll do something. And they couldn't do anything to the bullies because there wasn't enough proof. You see, I'm not saying he would still be alive today if they had done something, but who knows where he would be right now. It is time for change because schools are before anything else a business and everything is run with money and government closes down branches of schools and money and takes away from them the chances and resources they could give to students. They have to act that way because, like I said, the world works with money and there's nothing they can do about it. And if a child commits suicide, they have to get investigated and they have to think about the school and the business part of things because they are a business after all. It is our role to change things. If we don't, nobody will. Take a stand for those who can't. Take a stand for those who lay sleepless at night hoping to never wake up. Take a stand for those who cry themselves to sleep. Take a stand for those who starve themselves to feel pretty. Take a stand for those who draw on their skin with sharp blades. Take a stand for those who rather see their graves than see the light of another day. Take a stand to save a life. Thank you.